Hello everyone, welcome to a quick tutorial on how you can collect data from online websites. I'll be working on allitebooks.org. It actually has tons of ebooks, which are all of the books are related to information technology, like programming, databases, microcontrollers, and administration. The categories, you can see the categories. It has networking and cloud computing and lots of stuff. So what I'll be doing is, it has a total of 854. You can see the paging system. It has a total of 854 pages, and each page has at least 10 books. You can see 10 books. So I'm going to use Python scripting language to send continuous requests to this website and get all the book URL. Okay, I mean, I won't I will just get I'll just fetch the book URL and nothing else, and further we can perform any sort of scripting. Anyway, so when you click a book, you can see you'll be redirected to the details page, where you will have the title, the author, ISBN, year, pages, and a lot of stuff. And you have the download URL, how you can download the PDF. Okay, so I won't be fetching this page. I'll just fetch the URL. You can see the copy link text, link address. I'll be fetching the link address of all the 8540 books. Okay, so let's get started. How are we gonna do? I'll be using Python. And some of its library like PyQuery and requests. I've already installed Python in my Termux, and I have already installed PyQuery. And yes, remember, to install PyQuery you will need additional packages like I forgot what was it. It was something like libxml, something like that. And also you need to install clang before you use PyQuery. So I've created one file. You can see it's all itebooks.py right here. So let's edit it. All itebooks. Okay, so what I did, I imported PyQuery as py. You can see right here I have the requests, and I have a real URL prefix. I'm going to explain you what is it. It's not just a variable. So how are you going to fetch it? How can you fetch it? So you can see you can use Chrome to view the source. So what I did, you just write view hyphen source colon then any domain name. So I just wrote www.allitebooks.org. So this is the home page. Now from the home page I want to get the URL, I mean all these 10 books. So we need to examine where are these 10 books. Where are these 10 books within the DOM tree, DOM tree, document object model. So let me show you. See, you can see the article. How are you going to do it? Suppose suppose I do search where's mastering VMware. Where is this book? Which element contains the description and title and URL of this book? So I'm going to find in page. It was VMware. Yeah, VMware. Where is it? No, next one. This is it. You can see mastering VMware sphere, vSphere. I don't know what is it anyway. So what I want is, I want to copy these. I'm going to fetch these URL. Okay, and store it as a JSON file. So finally I will have 8540 books URL fetched. So you can see this book. I want to know how I'm going to do this. What I will do is, I will loop through each of these pages 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 until 854, and I will send a get request to each page. And then when I get the HTML content, I will parse the HTML content and convert the HTML content into a PyQuery object, and then I will loop through each of its 10 books in each pages. So I want to know what separates these 10 books. Like if the first book is mastering VMware, the second is AWS certified unlocking blockchain on Azure. So what separates these books? You can see the article. I guess the article separates these books. For example, this is the first article. When it ends, we're gonna find the second article. See, you can see this is the second article, and it contains you can see it has the second book with the name. Where's the name? Is you can see here, this one, AWS certified system operators. I don't know what is it. Anyway, okay. So if we fetch the page, and within the page we parse it as HTML, and then we search the articles, so we should get 10 articles in every page. I mean 10 article element in every page. Let's see. Article. Oh, we have 20. I think they have used article somewhere else too. I think they have used article in separating these lists. Web development programming, I don't need this. So there must be something else too which would separate the book article from the category article. Like, let's scroll up, and these are the main articles. This is the first article of the book. No, I mean this is the first article. This one is the first article of the book, and I guess this is the main content. You can see it has a ID, main content, and ID can be given to only one element, and this main element, this element with the name main, contains all the articles, I guess. Yes, it does, because it starts here and ends somewhere in the bottom. So I can use a CSS selector like hash main content space article, then I will get all the 10 articles. Okay, so okay, so you must be thinking, I mean, if for the first page I can send request to allitebooks.org, I mean directly. What about the other pages? You can see if we click any other page, the URL is pretty nice. Okay, so you can see the URL is allitebooks.org page 2. So now if we use a for loop and use a for loop in range 1 to 854, then we can get all the pages, right? Let's check it. Yes, we can. It's awesome. So what we'll do is just copy this URL. Don't copy the page number. We will be supplying the page number dynamically. So this is the URL prefix that I'll be using. Paste. Okay, now to store all the URL of the books, I'll create a variable like books URL books URL equals array. Now let's run a for loop for I in range 1, 854, 55. So it will loop until 54, and then okay, let's keep it big. And for I in range 1, 855, and every time I loop through the range, what I will do, I will create a URL by appending I to the URL prefix plus str. We need to convert the I integer into string. So you can easily understand what's going on here. I'm using URL prefix which has the value of, sorry, ignore it. So every time I loop through the range 1, 855, I will get a URL variable with the value the URL prefix plus the range. So after page I will get this here, I will get 1 2 3 4 until 854. So I can get so I'll have all the URLs in my URL variable. Now what I'm going to do is send a request and store the result. I'll be using the requests dot get method, and I will supply the URL. So it will send a get request just like a browser and store the result in res variable, and then I will create an HTML a PyQuery object by supplying the result content to the py variable. Now now we will fetch all the articles equals. Now the HTML variable is a PyQuery object, which is an alternative object of jQuery that we use in JavaScript. So you can use it as a jQuery object. Now I'm going to use a CSS selector to select main content. You remember that we have the main content. You can see this, the main within the main content we have different articles. Okay, this is the main content, and these are the articles. So articles, the 10 articles of the books are the descendant of main contents article. Okay, so this will select all the articles. Now for AR, which is the short form for articles, if, right now this articles variable contains an array of articles. So I will look through the arrays articles, and now we have AR as one article. I mean, this is an element, this is not a PyQuery object. We will convert it into a PyQuery object. If you're not getting it, I don't care. AR, I will supply AR. Okay, now AR is an article variable. Now within the article I need to get the book URL. So within the article, this is the article element. Within the article element I have something, I have an h2 element. You can see right here, this one, h2 element with the class entry title. So every article has a unique h2 element with the class entry title, which further has a direct child a tag. You can see, which further has a child which contains the book URL entry title. Okay, so href equals AR. We can use AR now as a PyQuery object. It has an h2 tag with the class entry title, and it has a direct child a. It doesn't matter, we can use it as a descendant a dot attribute attr. If you're familiar with jQuery, it's awesome. PyQuery will be awesome for you. At attr href. So I'll have the href of all the articles in my href variable, and every time I get a new href, I'm gonna push that specific href into books URL array dot append href. Okay, so this is it. I have one more thing. I mean, when we execute it, it will take a lot of time. Okay, so we should actually print message in every loop, so that we are aware that our program is running. When it sends a request, before it sends a request, we're gonna print a message. Print working, sorry, in URL s and I'll print the URL. Okay, in URL s, so we'll be aware of a program that it's not stuck, it's still running. Now finally we have the books URL that we want to dump all the URL into a JSON file. So let's import JSON, import JSON and JSON dot dump. We should open a file. url.json JSON dot dump, and we're gonna supply which JSON object. It's the books URL and onto the file f, and then print a message books URL dumped into url.json file. Okay, what I want to do is first I will loop through only 3 pages to check whether it's working or not. So you can see we have a file, all IT ebooks. I'm going to execute it. Enter page 1, then page 2, then page 2. Okay, so I should have 20 books, right, in url.json. It's a JSON object anyway. It must be 20. I know. It's okay. It's great. It's nice. It's cool. It's awesome. Okay, so remove the JSON file, and now what I'm gonna do is loop through all the 855 pages, and we will, until then we can have a cup of water. Okay, Python so Python already ebooks. So the scripting has been started, and this is the most useless tutorial in YouTube, on YouTube, that you would have ever watched. So until then we should pause our video. Okay, so here you can see I have got some errors. I mean, the code was working fine. I mean, it successfully fetched 302 pages, and then it gave me some errors. I think it must be because of sending too many requests to the website, so they blocked our script. Anyway, I can restart the Python script. See, it will again restart until it reaches some limit. Anyway, cancel it. So what we're going to do is just change it. You can either add delay for after every loop, every get request, or what you can do is you can execute it multiple times by and each time changing the length. You can actually fetch 200 requests per execution. That would be better. Okay, so for now, since I'm just explaining you how you can do it, I'll be testing for only 20 requests, or maybe 10. Okay, for the sake of testing. Okay, so it will loop through 1 to page 9. So I should get 90 books. See, currently I don't have any JSON file here, so let's execute it. 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7, 8, come on, 10, 9, and books URL dumped into url.json. You can see we have no we have the url.json file. You can see right here. You can see the file says 8 KB. You can open the file to check. It has all the URLs. We can confirm it by parsing the JSON. Like for example, we're gonna copy this url.json to our SD card. Okay, and then open the Chrome browser. Open up a new tab. Then JSON file parser. What we're gonna do is file documents images, no, not images, internal storage, and I have my JSON file right here, url.json. I'll let it upload. And okay, this is the content or raw content, and below is the parsed one. You can see I have a total of 90 books, 90 URL. You can see each URL is of the allitebooks.org, unlocking blockchain on Azure, then learning applications in telecom, energy, agriculture. I mean, I have all the 90 books here, URL. So that's cool. That was a simple script. Thank you for wasting your time watching my videos, and goodbye. You can subscribe and like my videos only if you like it, and if you don't, I don't care. Thank you. Goodbye.